Hello, tutor and classmates. I chose the topic Purge the thought of unrestricted access to firearms. I want to discuss this issue significant importance, the great dangers of unrestricted access to firearms. Let's reject the idea such an alarming prospect as opposed to a significant threat to public safety and well-being. Advocating to unrestricted access means glossing over the consequences, the increased violence and suffering. We need to start thinking about prioritizing community safety over individual freedoms when it comes to firearms. Allowing everyone to access a weapon without restrictions is like inviting chaos into neighborhoods and cities. In fact, a society with unrestricted access to firearms is not as safe as one with strict control on guns. Research has shown that countries with rigorous regulations on firearms ownerships do not experience as many gun-related incidents as those with lenient policies. Clearly, unrestricted access has not yet a society as secure as one that controls arms responsibly. Reflecting of the documentary Bowling for Columbine by Michael Moore, we can see stark examples of the dangers posed by a lack gun control. The film highlights the tragic of Columbine High School massacre, illustrating as easy access to firearms led to one of our horrific school shootings of history. The documentary dives into the culture of fear and glorification of guns in America, showing how these factors contribute to unnecessary violence and tragedy. Moore's documentary reveals that countries with similar levels of gun ownership, such as Canada, do not experience the same level of gun violence. This stark comparison underline there is not nearly the presence of guns, but the regularly control around them make the cultural difference. A society that is not address issue is not as safe as one that enforces and strict gun control measures. For example, consider the statement, lives are lost when guns are easily accessible. These structures emphasize outcomes of our actions, focusing on our lives effective rather than the actions themselves. On the contrary, lives are safe by implementing strict gun control measures underscores the positive impact of regulations. When we look after communities, we prioritize the safety and well-being. Allowing unrestricted access to firearms is not aligned to duty to protect and look after our citizens. We must stand up for policies to ensure a safe environment for all. Reflecting of the past, have we enforced restricted guns laws earlier? We prevented the tragedies. It is crucial to learn from these past mistakes to force safer future. The documentary also explores the role of the media in creating the culture of fear, which can lead increased gun sales and further violence. More portraits often sensationalized violence, contributing a perception of the one of must be armed. This psychology field does not make society as secure as one promotes peace and responsible gun ownership. We had already witnessed the tragic consequences of unrestricted access to firearms. Performers documentary was released, which only reinforced the need for change. The responses using so or maybe can reveal the collective agreement or disagreement of this matter. Many advocates for gun control argue that strict regulation reduces violence, and so do numerous studies and statistics. On the other hand, those who are witnesses the horror of gun violence firsthand say we cannot allow this continue, and neither should we as a society. We must push for legislators to enact laws for control arms access. It is a responsibility to bring about change by advocating for policies to protect lives. By pushing for restricted regulations, we are ensuring a safer environment for future generations. We need to make legislators understand the urgency of this issue and get them to take the immediately actions. The thought of unrestricted access to firearms is one we must firmly reject. But understanding the implications for various grammatical structures and drawing insights for boiling for Columbine, we see the profound impact of our choices. We must advocate for responsible gun control measures, prioritize the safety of our communities, and learn from past mistakes. Together, we can stand up for a safer, more secure future for the well-being of the world and safeguard. Thank you.